Hey, welcome. So, are you dreaming about owning a home in the beautiful bluegrass state, but that thought of a massive down payment just keeps getting in the way? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down how you can actually make that dream a reality. So, let's just jump right in. This is it, right? This is the million-dollar question for so many people. Is it just a myth, a fantasy, or can you actually get the keys to your own home without having to save up thousands upon thousands of dollars for years? The answer is a huge, resounding yes. It is absolutely possible. And in this explainer, we're going to lay out the exact strategies, the specific programs, basically your complete roadmap to buying a home with zero down right here in Kentucky. Okay, let's talk about the why for a second. For most people, the single biggest thing stopping them from buying a house isn't the monthly mortgage. It's scraping together that giant chunk of cash for the down payment. So we're going to look at the tools designed specifically to help you leap right over that hurdle. So our first stop is the most direct path you can take. We're talking about loans that were literally built from the ground up to finance 100% of a home's price tag. No down payment required, period. So there are really two main highways to 100% financing. You've got the USDA loan, which is all about where the property is located, and then you have the VA loan, which is an incredible benefit for folks with military service. They're for different people, but they both get you to the same finish line, zero down. Let's dig into each one.
Okay, the USDA loan. This one is fantastic because, zero down payment. The main catch is the property has to be in an eligible area. Now, don't let that word rural throw you off. A lot of suburbs around Kentucky's biggest cities actually qualify, which is pretty surprising. Besides the location, you also have to fit within certain income limits and, have a decent credit score, usually somewhere in that 620 to 640 range.
Now, for our veterans and active service members, the VA loan is honestly one of the best deals in the entire mortgage world. Of course, it's a zero-down loan, but its real superpower, you don't have to pay for private mortgage insurance or PMI. Seriously, that one thing can save you hundreds of dollars every single month. It's a huge advantage.
So what happens if you're not a veteran and the house you want isn't in a USDA-approved area? Are you out of luck? No way! There's another really powerful strategy. You take a standard loan and then you pair it with an assistance program that pays the down payment for you.
The foundation for this whole strategy is usually the FHA loan. It's super popular, especially for first-time buyers, because the credit rules are a bit more relaxed. But, and this is important, it is not a zero-down loan by itself. It requires a minimum of 3.5% down. So, how do we cover that 3.5%?
This is where down payment assistance, or DPA, becomes your best friend. These programs are designed to give you the cash for your down payment. Now, you got to listen to this part. It's crucial. A lot of these are not free money. They're often a second, smaller loan that you take out along with your main mortgage. And yes, you have to pay it back.
And here's a perfect real-world example. The Kentucky Housing Corporation, KHC, they offer a DPA program for up to $10,000. But look closely at the terms. It's a 10-year loan with a 3.75% interest rate. Now, this is an amazing tool to get you in the door, but you have to factor that extra payment into your monthly budget.
Okay, repayable loans are great. They get the job done. But I know what you're really wondering. Is there any help out there that's just free money that you don't have to pay back? Well, yes, there is. Let's talk about grants. Just look at that number, $20,000. That's how much you can potentially get from the Welcome Home Grant. I mean, for a lot of buyers, that's not just a helping hand. That is an absolute game changer. It can cover your entire down payment and a big chunk of your closing costs.
Now, grant this amazing, you know it's going to have some rules. The money is first come, first served, and the floodgates open on March 1st every year, so timing is critical. You do have to put in a little skin in the game, at least $500 of your own money. And the big one, to make it a true grant that you never pay back, you have to live in the home for 5 years. Hey, just a really quick but important heads up. If you've been searching online, you might have seen stuff about a $15,000 grant from a company called UWM. We need to be super clear here. That program is over. It's no longer available. It's so important to make sure you're working with the most up-to-date info. And there's another awesome option out there called the 5% Kentucky Homebuyer Program. This one's really flexible. It gives you up to 5% of the home's purchase price to use for your down payment and closing costs. And depending on who your lender is, it can either be a small loan you pay back, or it can be a grant that gets totally forgiven after you've lived in the house for 5 years.
Okay, wow, we've covered a ton of options. That's the what. So now let's get to the how.
Here is a simple, no-nonsense, 5-step action plan to turn all this information into an actual key to your new front door.
Here's your game plan, nice and simple. Step 1, figure out what you're eligible for. Step 2, and this is so important, talk to a lender and get pre-approved. It shows sellers you're a serious buyer. Step 3, knock out that homebuyer education course. Most of these programs require it. 4, your lender will help you put it all together and apply for the right assistance. And finally, step 5, the really fun part, go find a house that works with your loan.
You know, your credit score plays a huge role in all of this. As you can see here, you might be able to get a basic FHA loan with a score down around 580. But if you want to unlock those really powerful grant and assistance programs from groups like KHC, you're going to need to aim a little higher. Generally, 620 is the magic number you want to shoot for.
So there you have it. The options are on the table, you've got the strategies, and you have a clear action plan. You officially have the map that can lead you straight to buying a home with no money down right here in Kentucky.
To really boil it all down, this little chart is your cheat sheet. If you're a veteran, seriously, the VA loan is almost always your best bet. If you're buying in one of those eligible suburban or rural areas, go straight for the USDA loan. And for pretty much everyone else, that awesome combo of an FHA loan plus a DPA or a grant, that's your golden ticket.
We've laid out the map. We've shown you all the different routes you can take. You now know for a fact that owning a home in Kentucky without a huge down payment isn't just a dream, it's a real possibility. So, the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?